Texas and the world. This is Patrick Pure for Broken Owner Blessed Properties right here in Killeen, Texas, where I am the host of that real estate show. And on that real estate show, we are dedicated entirely to enlightening you, the consumer, on all real estate related matters. And I have in the studio with me today my good friend and realtor extraordinaire, Mr. Ken Biggers. Ken, how you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, sir. I appreciate you for allowing me to come in and spend some time with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, before we get started today, we have a real good friend of the show, Miss Shirley Jackson down in Houston, Texas. A very dear friend of ours and Blessed Properties. And we want to hold on just a minute here. Let's see what we got. I hear some feedback, and we're gonna fix that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have Miss Shirley Jackson, who is a very dear friend of ours. She's going through a surgery today, and we want to let her know that we have been praying for her. We are praying for her,
Yes.
and that we know that all is going to be well. So, Shirley, you and your family down there in Houston, if you're listening, just know that our prayers are with you guys today as you come through what you're going through. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And I also want to thank our listeners today. We have some dedicated listeners that tune in every week to the show. And one guy in particular in Miami, Florida, Mr. Mike Gomez. Mike, I want to say what's up to you. How you doing? Thank you for being a faithful listener of the show. You give me feedback and let me know what you've learned from the show. So I really appreciate that. That lets us know that we're doing what we're here to do.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody knows that today we're live streaming. You can chat with us on the live stream. If you have questions, go ahead and shoot those questions to us, and we'll answer those questions. Ken, you're on Periscope.
I'm on Periscope.
Ken is on Periscope right now, so shoot him some hearts, show him some love, and let him know. If you have any questions, he'll answer them. I'll answer them, and we'll get you straight.
Oh, I'm loving them purple hearts.
Oh, you getting some hearts already?
Purple hearts.
Purple hearts,
purple's
and that's
my
your favorite color?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. Well, hey, today we're here to talk about how to get your license. Last week we went through a whole lot of stuff, a lot of technical stuff, if you will. I had people pull out pen and paper and take some notes, but we're going to ease up just a little bit. We're still going to talk about it, but we want to highlight today Blessed Property School of Real Estate.
Yes.
Blessed Property School of Real Estate. God is good, man.
Oh, he's awesome.
I mean, right here in Killeen, we have our very own real estate school.
And that's beautiful. It's much needed.
Exactly. And, we don't have to drive so far now to take those classes if we want to take those continuing education classes that we need as realtors.
That's right.
And people that are looking to get into real estate, Blessed Property School of Real Estate, that's your solution. We have live instructors here for you so that you can ask the questions that you need and get all the information that you want. There are 6 classes that you have to take to become licensed.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, Ken, you have some reasons that realtors are needed.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's talk about some of the reasons that realtors are needed.
Let me just cover a few of them. There's actually 20 upon a list that was created by Texas Association of Realtors.
Okay.
But I'm just going to touch bases on a few of them. And some of my keynotes, I love numbers,
Mm-hmm.
because if numbers are not skewed by human error,
Right.
human indulgement, and so on and so forth, those numbers, they just don't lie.
Right.
So with that being said, I'm going to read one of them to you. It's most sellers who spend their time as a for sale by owner, we also know that as a FSBO,
Yeah.
end up listing in the end. A recent National Association of Realtors survey found that only 11% of sellers nationally ended up selling their own property. So basically what that's saying is basically you end up selling with a realtor regardless.
Anyway.
So why spend those months of your house being on the market, not selling,
Right.
when you're just going to end up coming with a realtor anyway?
Right.
So that's one of the reasons. Let me give you another one. Like I said, I love these numbers. An NAR survey of recent closed sellers found that realtor assisted sales brought in 20% more sales price than a for sale by owner sales.
Okay.
20%. Now that's a lot for you as a seller.
Right.
You're going in, you don't know exactly what your house is going to sell for. You're
Right.
hoping for a larger number.
Right.
And so the survey is showing that if you choose a realtor, you're going to sell your house 20% more than you thought.
And you know, there are a lot of there's a lot of information out there that consumers can get their hands on.
Yes.
There are a lot of different real estate websites out there. But you know, the truth of the matter is, you still need a realtor. There's information, especially here in the state of Texas, that's private information that will never be released to the general public.
Never.
That we have firsthand access to.
Yes.
That you, the consumer, will never have access to. So you know, again, like Ken said, with the for sale by owner or FSBOs, you know, stop wasting your time.
That's exactly what you do. It's like
Yeah.
trying to run uphill in mud.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. So so just kind of take that at heart. You
Yes,
know,
please do.
That realtors are in need.
Yes.
There is a need for realtors, and you know, we absolutely love this business. It gives us an opportunity every day to meet somebody new, to come into somebody's life and affect it in a positive way,
Yes.
and to help them out. So, Blessed Property School of Real Estate. Man, again, I'm excited about that.
Oh,
You know, we have a lot of course, we're right here at Fort Hood. We're in a military community.
right.
We have a lot of people that are transitioning out of the Army, and they're looking for something to do. We have a lot of people that are retiring, and you know, those people are prime candidates to become realtors, at least my opinion.
Yes.
Especially those people that are retiring, those people that have been recruiters, those people that have been drill sergeants, those senior leaders. One, because they have a comfort level with talking to people,
Right.
establishing a relationship and communicating with people. And that's a large part of our job. You know, if you're not comfortable talking to people, meeting new people, telling people what has to be done,
Right.
you know, this profession might not be for you.
It just might not
But
be.
those people that I just mentioned, those retirees, those ex-recruiters, those ex-drill sergeants, they fit the bill perfectly. Matter of fact, you and I, we've been friends right now almost 16 years, and I think we met, well, I know we met, we were cadre.
We're cadre.
Cadre at the NCO Academy. It used to be PLDC, now
For
it's
those
the
that don't
NCO.
know,
Yeah.
That's we were instructors.
Yeah, we
And,
were instructors.
We dealt with people.
Yep, we dealt with
and-
people. You know, every month we had 20 new soldiers, 20 new soldiers each coming through, and that was 20 new different personalities and
Yes.
attitudes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, so I think even back then, God was preparing us for what He would have us to be doing today.
That's right.
You know, and I think back to even when I was in 3rd Signal Brigade, I was the brigade schools NCO.
Right.
Oh my God. The people that I had to deal with, the attitudes that I had to deal with. There was one sergeant major, and I'm not going to call any names because,
no
I'm
names
just
to
not going to
protect
do
the
that. No
innocent.
names. I'll just tell the story. But this particular sergeant major, battalion sergeant major, had the capacity, if you will. When they came into the building, everything just shut down. Everything just shut down. I mean, you could hear a pin drop when
Right.
this person walked in. So they would come into my cubicle to interrupt my day, if you will, to get what they wanted for their soldier, right?
Right.
So I had to learn how to deal with that intimidation factor that this person had on everybody that they
Yes.
ran into. So when the room got cold, I knew that that they were there, right? So what I would do, and the way my cubicle was set up, my back was to the entrance of the cubicle. So I knew that person was there. So I would continue to type on my computer, do whatever I was doing. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't turn around. I would do that for the next 2 or 3 minutes, knowing that that person was standing right there 2 feet away. I
Right.
could feel them.
Yeah.
The hairs on my neck were standing up. And so that would give them, I learned that would give them time to decompress, if you
Mhm.
will. Everything that they had boiled up inside of them,
Right.
that fury that they came to unleash on me,
Mhm.
it disseminated.
Right.
The longer I waited, the calmer they got, and we were able to have a constructive conversation
Right.
and get things done. So, again, it's all about learning people, learning how to deal with people, learning how to communicate with people. That's a big part of this job. And if you fit that bill, you need to come and take these classes. There are 6 classes that you need to take to get your license, and they're called qualifying courses or pre-licensing courses.
Mm.
Principles 1 and 2, the law of agency, law of contracts, real estate math, and promulgated contract forms. And again, Blessed Property School of Real Estate right here in Killeen, 2210 East Central Texas Expressway, Suite 202. We're going to be offering these classes. They're going to be Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Right now is how we have them scheduled out, because a lot of people that choose to get into this profession, they're already working,
Yes.
or they're still working.
Right.
And we thought about it when we put the schedule together, and I think it would be more easier for people to get every other Friday off versus every Friday
Right.
off, to come in and take a class. So if you go to the website, www.bpsore.com, again, bpsore.com, you can go to course offerings, and the schedule will come up, and we have these courses scheduled from February, beginning next month, February, all the way through the end of the year. And they'll be in this order that I just named off: the principles 1 and 2, law of agency, law of contract, real estate math, and promulgated contract forms. The prices are on there. The class start times are on there. So everything's there, bpsore.com. What are a couple other things, Ken, that or needs for a realtor?
Well, a couple other things. A realtor is going to be very familiar with the market area.
Right.
As a homeowner, typically that's not something that you're going to be knowledgeable of.
Right.
And not only that, that particular realtor has been educated
Mm-hmm.
and has practice within that field, so that's going to be helpful to you. Not only that, when it comes to negotiating, you don't have to worry about negotiating for your house or prices or anything of that nature. That will be left up to your realtor. Your realtor is really great about that.
Right.
Really great. So those are a couple of other things that would be advantageous to acquiring a realtor. There's many more, as I said. As a matter of fact, there could be a total of 20 that I'm talking about that there could possibly be. Another concern, and this is the last one I'm going to touch on right now, is having a buyer come to you that's not qualified.
Right.
Now, if you have a realtor, your realtor is going to ensure that your buyer that's coming to you is qualified. That's one of the first things that we do to make sure that's done.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
that would be great for you.
All right. So we got the pre-licensing courses that are out there for the people that want to come into the industry and get their license. Also, for those of us that are already licensed, that used to make those out-of-town trips,
Mhm.
Again, Blessed Property School of Real Estate is right here. It's right here for you all, for us, and we don't have to make those trips anymore.
Right.
We can stay right here. You go to the website bpsore.com. Again, click on the course offerings and scroll down there, and you can see or click on the calendar, and you'll see all the continuing education classes that we have offered for you. We have Legal Update 1 and 2 coming up in January. We have the Broker Responsibility coming up in January. In February, we have a LinkedIn class. We have how to be successful from day one. I think everybody,
Yes.
regardless if you're brand new to the business or you've been a veteran in the business, everybody can learn something from that class and kind of revamp, rework some things that you already have in place. So we're really excited about the lineup of classes that we have. We think everybody will find something that interests them, that they'll, don't mind coming into the classroom and sitting and not only just learning from the instructor, but learning from each other. And that's what I really love about the classroom settings. And I think we have a question on YouTube. Is that correct? What's that question?
Does a real estate school qualify me for other states besides Texas?
Does the real estate school qualify for other states besides Texas? That's one of the questions that we have on YouTube. No, it does not. Each state has their own specific licensing requirements, and I will tell you that Texas is the most stringent.
Yes.
There are a lot of states that will offer a reciprocal license to you if you have a Texas real estate license and you go somewhere else, let's say California, and this is just hypothetical. I hadn't looked this up. I'm just explaining the reciprocal license procedure there. But yes, a lot of states, if you have a Texas real estate license, they will accept that license. You may have to take their legal or ethics or something like that, one or two
Right.
classes within that state, and they'll go ahead and grant you that state's license. But Texas, I don't think Texas accepts any other state's license or offer a reciprocal license. Can't get my words out. But I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has a question, go to YouTube. We're live streaming on YouTube. You can live chat with me, put your question there, and I'll answer it for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, just one quick thing added with that, as far as Texas and as far as the requirements to be a realtor in the state of Texas, there's been I won't call the individual's name, but they're high up as far as the Texas licensing department, and it has been shown that Texas actually ranks 1 or 2 in the whole world.
Mm.
We're talking about internationally.
Mm.
So we know that we have a high standard. So the reason, like we talked about before, of having a realtor,
Yeah.
a Texas realtor, the reason why we're talking about these courses,
Yeah.
it creates a high standard or quality of realtor
Right.
before you. So
Right.
it's a great thing, is what we're presenting here for the state
Oh.
of Texas.
Okay. Yes, sir. And we have another question.
Yes.
Great.
Will I have to pay for the state testing, or is it included in the training?
The testing is a separate fee all by itself.
Yes.
You have a cost for each individual class, and then at Blessed Property School of Real Estate, we're also offering a course package for all those classes. The state exam or the licensing exam is an individual cost, and I apologize for not having that cost for you today. But if you go to pearsonvue.com, pearsonvue.com, that is the testing facility or testing company, and they have facilities all over the state of Texas. And that's where you would register after TREC sends you your letter, letting you know that you have passed both the national portion and the state portion of the exam. So there are 2 portions of the exam that you have to pass, national and state. And in my opinion, and Ken and I talked about this last week, we think the state portion is actually harder than the national portion.
Yes, sir.
So you want to definitely pay attention in class and get that learning under your belt and go in there. Now there's something new. There's something new with the exam center and what TREC has done. Previously, if you failed the test the first time, you could just pay your money and just take it.
Yes.
Now they have put a rule in place that you only get 3 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
You get 3 attempts to take the test and pass. If you don't, they'll look at the area that you failed, and you'll be required to take that 30-hour class over again, and then they'll allow you to take the exam over again.
Which is great.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Keep the questions coming, and again, we'll answer them. I like answering questions. I appreciate you guys tuning in and let me know what your questions are. So again, we have the CE or continuing education courses for people that are already realtors. Um, and then we have the pre-licensing or qualifying courses and the salesperson annual education courses that are required when you're a rookie or new recruit, if you will. So we got you covered on all bases here. So don't worry about that.
Yes.
bpsoar.com. All the information is there, letting you know everything about all the different courses. So again, salesperson annual training, continuing education, and pre-licensing courses. We have it all. And what I'm really proud of is the fact that we have all live instructors.
Yes.
Webinars are fine, broadcasts are fine, but there's nothing like interacting with a person in the room next to you.
Exactly.
Subject matter experts at why they are there.
Right.
So that's very invaluable. So I hope everybody will partake of what we have to offer at Blessed Property School of Real Estate. Please don't be intimidated. And and I have to put this out there because people think a lot of different things. So let me say this to all my fellow brokers out there in the area. Blessed Property School of Real Estate is here for you guys. It's here for us, the realtor community. And it is not here with the intention of being a threat to anyone. It's not here with the intention of poaching or stealing anybody's realtors or prospective realtors that you're paying to send to the course to become licensed. That's not what it's about. That's not what I'm about. And I can assure you that your realtors and your prospective realtors will receive a top-notch real estate education to get their license and to continue their license in real estate. So please don't think that I want everybody to come out. This is not just about Blessed Properties. This is
Very
for
important.
all of us. This
Yes.
is for everybody, and that's truly from my heart.
Yes.
So I kind of heard that might be a worry of some people, and I just want to dismiss that right up front.
That's a good thing. Glad
Yeah.
you did that.
Yeah. So do we have any more? Oh, we have another question. Yes, sir.
Can I intern as I complete my schooling?
Can you intern as you complete your schooling? Can they intern with you?
Can he intern with me?
Yeah.
Oh, they can come and intern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get that question a lot. Can people come in and intern? That opportunity would be very limited, and the reason I say is very limited is because there's a lot. I wear a lot of different hats as the broker and owner of a couple of different businesses, and during the day, I'm operating those businesses, and I find myself late at night and early in the morning before you wake up, handling my real estate transactions,
Right.
coordinating all of that, and making sure everything goes through. So I think somebody would be really disappointed if they came and wanted to intern specifically with me.
Right.
So that's why I asked Ken, can they intern with him?
Yes.
And that you heard that answer straight from the horse's mouth, and that answer is yes. But I am always available. I have my assistant sitting there on the other side of the room. He's a little bit off camera, but I'm always here to answer questions. I love to answer questions. I love to educate. I love to teach. So if we have something that you need to discuss, something that I need to show you, and he'll tell you, I'll pull up a chair next to your desk and come and sit and explain it to you and let you know, what it is that I think you need to know or you have a question about. So yes, the opportunities are there, but I just really don't want anybody to get their mind 100% set on me being available to them, 100% of the time, because I'm all over the place.
All over the place.
So, any more questions over there yet? Okay, all right.
Oh, awesome.
All right, keep the questions coming. Keep them coming. So, Ken, what else you got, sir?
Well, a few more things. One thing that as a realtor I can do is I can mobilize my company agents in other area realtors on your behalf. Now, what that means exactly, to those of you that's listening, that means that I have realtor friends.
Right.
And not only do I have realtor friends, there's also other realtors within the formation of realtors. Now, I can send things out to them via email, text message. Hey, I have a listing.
Yeah.
And this can be advantageous to you. You can't do that as a
Right.
consumer.
Right.
So, of course, that would be, as I said, definitely advantageous to you.
Right.
We touched earlier on talking about unqualified buyers. And I want to hit that again. Unqualified buyers can tie up your home. And I'm going to give an example here. I actually represented a client, and this happened as a realtor being in charge of what we call from contract to close.
Right.
The bank missed this. The client actually going with a VA loan, and you have to have a certain amount of entitlement.
Right.
Well, they exceeded that entitlement, but the bank missed it and did not catch it until 2 days prior to closing.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and that's not something as a realtor that I handle. That, again, is done with the mortgage company or the lender, if you will.
Right.
So, nevertheless, I just use that as an example that I was present from contract to closing, and that happened. Imagine if you don't know what you're doing and you're
Right.
trying to handle this,
Right.
the things that can happen.
Right.
So, again, as we said, there are definitely great reasons why, and very important to have
Yeah.
a realtor at your side.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, everybody, Blessed Property School of Real Estate, 2210 East Central Texas Expressway, Suite 202, 254-833-9639. My very lovely staff will be more than happy to answer your questions and to help you register for any of these courses online should you desire to do so. The website again is bpsore.com, bpsore.com. Before we go, Ken, we are on a gospel station, gospel radio station, and you and I are Christians. The name of our company is Blessed Properties.
Right.
So it might tend to make somebody think we're Christians and people of faith, which we are.
Which we are.
And I just believe, with this radio show that God has given me, I think we have a responsibility to our Christian audience and to the audience in general. We talk about a lot about, and we had this conversation just the other day. Ken, do you love your wife?
Yes.
You love your wife?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Dee, do you love your mom and dad and your sister?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. I love my wife. I love my family. And, I think my wife is a beautiful person. And, every opportunity that I get, I introduce my wife to people.
Right.
Do you introduce your wife?
Oh, absolutely.
All the time.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, without hesitation. So, you know what? And I found myself a little lax in this area. And this is where I am beginning to clean this up. Because we are Christians, and I love the Lord. I love our Lord and Savior, and He blesses me every day. And I need to take this medium, this opportunity that I have, to just tell somebody that we as Christians, if we go to a restaurant and we enjoy the food, we get on
Tell people
Facebook,
about it.
we take a picture of it, we put it on Facebook, and we tell everybody. So I'm encouraging you, just like I'm doing right now, to tell somebody out there that may not be a Christian that you love Jesus Christ. I invite everybody that's listening right now, that's in the Central Texas area under the sound of my voice, to meet me at church this Sunday. Meet me at church this Friday night
Yes.
for watch night service.
Yes.
Invite somebody out to church. Wherever you are, go to church, get to know our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I mean, he is truly the best thing that has ever happened to me. And if you just trust Him, don't try Him, but if you just trust Him with whatever it is that you have going on in your life right now that might be a little too hard to handle for you, I guarantee you, you will be pleased, you will be satisfied, and
Yes,
your
you
life will be changed for the better forever. God bless you all. I love you. I hope to see you back here next Tuesday at 3 p.m. God bless. Bye-bye.